Today I'm going to try something a little different. This is a 1/10 scale 24-pound field howitzer. Obviously it's a Civil War cannon. These were probably made somewhere around the 1840s. I started making this cannon in 1964. It was about the time I started my tool and die maker apprenticeship, and I decided I wanted to make a cannon but couldn't find any kits or any suitable drawings. What I did find was a frameable blueprint of a cannon that was a copy of something from the Smithsonian Institute. So that's what I decided to make this from, and I just scaled it down 10%. I didn't realize exactly how hard it was going to be until I started to get into the project. The wheels, for one, were particularly hard. People making these wheels on the cannons were using 12 spokes, something that divided evenly into 360 degrees. But the real cannon had 14 spokes, and if you look carefully at the rim, there's seven separate pieces around the rim, and there's two spokes in each piece and one bolt going through to the metal outside of the rim. This was not easy. Plus the spokes are angled out and the wheels are canted out. You can see the little split right there that shows you where the segments are going together. This was probably one of the hardest jobs of the cannon. And there you see the bolts that go through to the metal rim on the outside. Here you can see how the wheels are slanted outwards. Not real sure what that geometry was for. Something about pulling around on the hills. The wheels weren't supposed to be loose on these. They kept tension on the wheels by putting tar on the axles. There actually should have been a little tar bucket hanging down from the bottom of the cannon, but I just never got around to making that. Here you notice that all of the nuts are made square. I don't think they had any hex nuts there, so everything had to be made. There isn't anything here that was bought from a hardware store. Every single little rivet and bolt and nail was turned on the lathe. This was another surprise to me when I saw the details for this elevation screw. Notice that it has a apex thread on it. It's a square thread instead of a sharp pitch. And I had a ball making that. I'd never made one before, so I took my time and made it as close as I could. You can see it's real smooth, and there's probably only a thousandth or two clearance in it. And it came out pretty nice. It was a lot of fun. Okay, I'm pulling the little tapered key out of the keeper for the trunnion cap, and I'll lift the trunnion cap up here so that you can see that the barrel can be removed that way. Back down. Here's a little tool here for the cleaning out of the little touch hole, and a little spot there that it's kept in. Here's some of the other tools that were usually found with the cannons. Naturally a ramrod, and then this other spiral thing here. I'm not really sure what it did. Maybe it was used to clean up the loose packing or something for the charge. I'm really not sure. Maybe somebody will chime in and let us know here. There was like a bar with these cannons that slid in this little area in the back, and I'm sure this was for a couple of soldiers to help aim and turn the cannon around in different directions quickly. You can see that it fits in a little slot and toggle here. The back one slides up and down on a little hinge. All these chains were made by hand. I wrapped them, split them, put them together. The toughest of all was this one across the bottom. I have no idea how these guys made this chain back then. I had a hard time in this day and age, and making it out of brass. It was probably made out of steel, but there must have been some pretty good blacksmiths back in the 1840s. The detail on this was really difficult. It took me quite a while to make this chain. Definitely was fun. This cannon sat for about 20 years collecting dust. What happened was I got discouraged because the brass tarnished, and there was really no good way to keep it shiny. It would always tarnish, and if you used a cleaner, the cleaner would get in the wood and look powdery. So I got discouraged, and it sat for quite a while. And then here about 4 or 5 months ago, I decided to take it out again, and I made the last couple of pieces that were missing, some nuts for the wheels, and decided to clean it up again and try one more time to keep it looking good. And what I did was this time I rubbed the whole frame with linseed oil, and actually covered the brass with linseed oil too. And it's taken several months for it to dry down, but it sort of looks like it's going to stay for a while, so it's probably had its last cleanup. I'm getting too old to keep going on with this thing. So there you go. I had fun making the video and presenting it. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody take care now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.